Hello, welcome. I'm your host Elizibar. This is, and I hope you can read it, Batman: The Adventures Continue, number 5. Hardly feels like this should be the 5th issue in the series. Like, if I'm honest, it really doesn't feel like it. I feel like, while we've had some interesting adventures, the first, like, what? Was the first 2 books were just like, here's Lex Luthor building a robot, and then the third and fourth book were, here's Deathstroke the Terminator with some convoluted plot. And all the while, the main plot was kind of simmering in the background, and that's what we're finally confronting here, is what's really going on in this story. So what is really going on? Well, it's the Red Hood. See the red? He's not wearing a hood there. Don't worry, he puts on a hood, boom, in the next page. So you got Jason Todd, and he's stalking the Joker. Now the Joker has a sidekick, and the sidekick is the best possible sidekick name for the Joker. He's the straight man. If you look at any old school comedy duo, Abbott and Costello, Laurel and Hardy, there was the funny guy and the not so funny foil. And the two of them together created irrepressible, great comic, different kind of comic, comedian comic history. These first couple pages here are, in my opinion, the highlight of the book. That's why I'm kind of just lingering on these. So Jason Todd's like stalking the Joker. The Joker is, of course, hiding out at an amusement park. How Batman doesn't have literally every amusement park under watch 24/7, just looking for the Joker, I don't know. Like, that seems like that would be thing number one I would do. Of course, I guess then the Joker would just like move to hanging out at comedy clubs or something. But hey, at least you've run him out of amusement parks, and you are no longer going to have fights on top of Ferris wheels. Maybe Batman likes fighting on top of Ferris wheels. That's entirely possible. And the Joker sees him out there. So it's great. You have this guy who thinks he's really clever against this guy who is really clever. And they have a very brief, short fight. Straight man turns out to be like superhumanly strong, which is kind of fun. I wonder if he's a robot. Like that one Batman animated series episode with Captain Clown, where Captain Clown's a robot, and that's why he's so strong. Which leads to one of my favorite lines from Mark Hamill from any movie or show he's ever been in. You killed Captain Clown. Now, for a series that's over here trading on nostalgia, this isn't really evoking a whole lot of nostalgia for me. Although, look at the Joker. Just look at him right here. Look at the Joker. He's absolutely fantastic looking. If everything in this book was like this spot on and great looking in the whole series, like, I think most of my complaints would have went away about the art. After that initial bit, Batman figures out like who's been stalking him, that it was in fact, you know, his sidekick, and then we get a pretty much issue long flashback to his origin as Robin, where I guess Batman was, or maybe it was Alfred, was telling current Robin about old Robin, and uh, I don't know, maybe I didn't need to read like that Robin origin story again, given that it was in the Batman cartoons. Did they forget that? Because I'm pretty sure it was in an episode from when they were on the WB network, and it was post Superman, and a lot of the character designs had changed. But I think it was in that like one season where they did the Jason Todd origin story and stuff. And I don't know why we had to rehash it here, since this is the adventures continue. But there's a good bit of fun here, and then the book ends, of course, with some heavy drama right there. I kind of spoiled everything, but I feel like, how can I not spoil stuff here? Because as soon as I say like, they're doing like the Red Hood plot, I mean that kind of says exactly how this has to go down. I don't think there's any indication just yet that Jason Todd had gotten killed by a crowbar. But given that, in the Batman animated movie for Under the Red Hood, he got killed by a crowbar. Um, I think it's in there. We just haven't seen it, or maybe it just hasn't been said yet. Also, can I just point out that something in this cover looks off about Batman's torso? Like, seriously, his lower rib cage is like it must be the way his spine's positioned. He's doing some kind of twist, but it looks really awkwardly unnatural, especially when nobody else is in such an exaggerated position. That kind of caught my eye and it bothered me, and I didn't figure out why it bothered me until just now, which is why I pointed it out here instead of at the beginning. So it was okay. This book was okay. I don't know that this series is really living up to its potential, to the potential hype. I don't know who this is aimed at, because if this is aimed at like new readers, I don't think this is going to catch them. I don't think you can give this to like a kid and they'll be like, "Oh, this is the best Batman book." The Batman Adventures comics from what 25 years ago or whatever were much better at that. And I don't know that this is really going to catch people who appreciate the cartoon. Like it's going to drag them back into comics because it doesn't feel quite like the cartoon did. Something was lost. Something has changed over the years, and of course, it has. It's 20 years later. Paul Dini is not the same person he was 20 years ago. He spent a lot of time working on other projects, doing other things, living. So why would you expect like the story to be, oh yes, this feels like a story from 25 years ago? You wouldn't. That's silly. And it was silly of me to expect that. So I think part of my difficulty with this book is my own expectations for it. And I think that's where I'm going to stop. I think that's where I'm going to stop because I don't know that there's anything else to say. I don't know if I'm going to do the review of issue 6. I might. I might not. I feel like I've kind of said everything that I am going to say about these books at this point. So you all take care of yourselves. You have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. Sure hope to see you again next time. Till then, bye-bye.